I've been working as a coach for 16 years now, and I did not start out with those fees at all. The journey to this level or this fee level, to just give sort of a range, right? So with the individual clients that I work with right now, they pay between 30 and 60,000 K for half a year-long process with me. And I got to that fee by really looking at whatever my own transformation still needed work on, which is interestingly much more evident when you bring higher fees into your life as a coach. Everything that has been not yet fully resolved is bound to show up around money. So that was part of my journey. And the other part was developing a different attitude to the level of service I have for my clients. So I really do feel that by becoming more expensive, I've actually become a much better coach with a much more expansive attention for my clients. So that's part of it, yeah.
So when coaches out there would just increase their prices, that still wouldn't make it. Still, they have to go through their own transformation and so on. What are other elements that they need to have in place in order to close that clients? Because $30,000 to $60,000 or euros, that's quite an investment for an entrepreneur, a business owner, a CEO. What makes them decide to go for you and to invest that amount?
Well, from my experience, there are obviously certain things you can put into the space. So when I have my initial clarity conversations, when clients speak to me for free to decide whether I'm a match for them and that whether I feel I'm actually a match for them, so it's a two-way street, obviously. We look at what they want to create in their lives, what is missing. So for me personally, I use a quite in-depth diagnostic of where they feel they're standing currently in their own development, in their personal life, their professional lives. So whether I work actually with CEOs or private people, I always look at their lives in their entirety. Yeah. And then from that starting point, we begin to craft a vision of the life they would rather have instead of the life they currently live. So what I need to create, obviously, in the 1 or 2 free sessions that I offer up front is for them an experience that makes them believe that this is tangible, that this is reachable for them, that they can create that in the work with me. And that is the magic I think that coaching can bring to the table. So ultimately, on some level, even though we have some facts on the table, I do think the decision for me or against me or for another coach is a gut level decision. Because I cannot guarantee them that we will reach these goals, but they get a sense of, is that possible or not? So that's a big piece of it. Yeah. And another aspect that I believe is maybe not so visible to the client initially, but I think it makes a huge difference in how you show up as a coach, is in how far you take your own profession seriously and you view yourself as an entrepreneur and not just as a great coach. Because many coaching schools out there, they churn out amazing coaches. So on the skill level, they really equip people to do fantastic work. However, they don't teach them how to run a business. And most coaches that I know feel very frightened of having to sell, of having to offer a service, of having to talk good about themselves, present themselves. And I do believe that that is something we need to master if we want to become higher paying coaches. Or higher paid coaches, I should say.